WODU radio station interview. We had the interview last night with World Artist Radio. Shout out World Artist Radio, Hollow Sun, Miss Empress. I know what it is. Nation Entertainment, DJ Pretty Boy, fresh behind the lens. So we've been working all weekend, man.
All weekend?
But it ain't even weekend yet, man. Still got a few appearances for the weekend, too. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't see sleep in my future.
You don't see sleep right now.
Look what we did. Isn't it cute?
Everybody's going to class and we just on their campus and shit.
We're going to work.
Oh, they got subways open?
Really just having people around the school listen was horrible. At first it was horrible, but I used to just force people to listen to it while we had lunch. Hey, check this out. And then eventually I got a computer software for the PC. Started doing it on CDs, and then started making CD sleeves and stuff like that. So then I could lock it. So I know I'm gonna do it for a very long time.
So you're both like producing and rapping, or?
We have a producer. We have a couple in-house producers. They just basically send it. And we work with it from there. He DJs the special, a lot of stuff he takes. He'll already have, if I record it, and then he'll get it sent to him. He'll mix it, throw it into his mixes on Serato, and then play it in the party. So then it starts generating that buzz around the way.
Okay, all right. So what do you want your listeners to gain from your music?
Motivation. I didn't really have my finger on that until like my recent project. But other projects that you listen to, it's like who is this guy? Like what is he into? Because you can't really tell. I'm all over the place. I'm just rapping on beats. And then this last one, I kind of found out. All right, I kind of want to be that voice that tells people, you know what I'm saying? Don't give up on that dream. Just kind of, if you want to pursue it, the only person that's going to hold you back is yourself. So basically, I want to be that voice that says that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is the most difficult thing you've had to endure so far in this journey?
The actual business of it. A lot of people always, like, when you hear celebrities talking like entertainment, it's like gas companies and like oil and stuff like that. It's like it's cutthroat, and then like nah, it's not that cutthroat. Then the closer you get and like the more stuff you get involved in, you start discovering like a lot of stuff isn't necessarily as authentic as you think it is.
Right.
So when you do a party or something and somebody's telling you they want you to do a party, they want you to perform, at the end of the day you still gotta look at bar numbers and stuff like that. And so you can't always just focus on the music, because when that business starts getting into play, it starts to, it could become a distraction if you don't have somebody handling that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how does it feel to finally have started to, make a mark for yourself?
It feels really appreciated. Like because I know for a long time, like dropping CDs and then having like 20, 30 people listen to it, and being happy about that just because you was happy off the music and it's what we let it do. But then it's like when you do what you let it do and then you get a response from it, it make it even better. And sometimes it's more pressure, because then you're like, dang, alright, it's not just my mom or my grandma hearing it this time. I gotta really step it up. So it make you think when you're in the studio, like, I ain't like how I breathe right there, take that part out, or let me do it again. Like, you'll force yourself to keep doing stuff over again.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I see that you've shared the stage with some really big name artists. How does that make you feel?
During the actual moment, nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I tell this story all the time. I got set up on the 2 Chainz show. It was like, who wanna see 2 Chainz? Like the only opener. Everybody goes crazy. Like, oh, like, give it up for my man. I'm like, oh man. He gives me the microphone, so it's like, dang, sold out crowd. They all ready to see 2 Chainz, got 2 Chainz shirts on and stuff like that. And then he just gives me the microphone. I'm like, hey, how you guys doing? So it's like, yeah. But then afterwards, you learn a lot. Like, not everybody is diva as it appears. Big Crippen sat down and talked to me for 30, 40 minutes and like really was like really humble about it. We opened up for Wiz Khalifa, the Taylors, like the Taylor Gang dudes, they were actually like, they were on stage with him, but they would go off to the side and just have conversations. So they actually was giving us like knowledge, like not necessarily like you gotta learn it for yourself, but they were putting some gems.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have a new release
Yes.
coming up. Tell us about it.
ID, I call it ID because I feel like it's a perfect representation of where I was at. Like I said, my other projects, I didn't know what I was just getting music and saying anything that came to mind, anything I want to say, whereas this one, I really kept it authentic to myself. I started giving history about myself, about how I used to get in trouble in class for writing raps when I was supposed to be doing math problems. And I really broke down a lot of like things I felt, like you said, the industry, like when you get closer and you start realizing that a lot of this business, I break a lot of that stuff down. Because I said it's hard to be passionate when it turns to your profession. And a lot of times, like I want to keep in mind, and I want to tell people that on this project, like even though it becomes your profession, like don't try to lose that passion. When you're getting $10 a beat, don't lose your work ethic and your passion when you're getting $20 a beat. You gotta keep that same hunger.
Okay. So where do you see yourself, 10 years, 20 years down the road?
Hopefully I'm up there. I got a set goal of I want to be in that top 10 tier. I want to be one of those faces that kind of, when you think about who's hot in rap, I want to be one of those faces. That's always been my dream. Like I said, I used to walk around with a tape with another back creation and tell people that was me on tape. So, I mean, hopefully working my way up there, and if not there, close to it.
Close to it. Is there anything you have to pursue?
So, out of all the artists that you work with, who do you think that you meshed with the best?
Match with the best?
Yeah.
As far as like work with or like sing perform?
Work with personally, and then just in your conversations or anything special that you guys talked about that really just stood out.
I opened for Machine Gun Kelly, and I think he got the best live performance out of everybody because he brings that energy. He doesn't do it like I'm Machine Gun Kelly, it's off my name. He came out the stage, he gave us a show, he met everybody around the back by his band and was just talking to everybody. I think he has one of those qualities to kind of break it up and kind of stay in for a long, long time. He just had that presence about him. As far as like people we actually work with, the producer that did did the project we worked on, he's out there. He just you can tell he's a perfectionist with the beats. He'll keep it so that people can listen and it's easy to listen to, but at the same time he puts his own flair on it. I think he has potential to be one of the top producers, especially when he gets discovered.
That's nice. Do you have any, if local artists, let's say a local artist on campus would be listening to this interview, what type of advice would you have for them? Especially coming from Virginia, where we have a lot of talent that comes out of here, but it really doesn't get recognized.
It doesn't get recognized. I would tell them, basically, as far as their team, keep their team tight-knit. Make sure everybody around you is looking at the same goals and the same purpose. Make sure the dude that wants to be around the party, you might have to cut that short. Just make sure everybody's working the same work, and basically don't present yourself as you would say a local artist. If you feel you're a local artist and you make music on the local level, then you'll remain there. If you're local, but then your mindset and your presence on your records are mainstream and you can compare it to the top 10 and you can compare it to people who are on the radio station, that's what you got to pursue, because when they listen to you, they're going to be like, okay, it's good for a local artist. You don't want to be told that. You want to be, he's good in general. So I would just tell them, just keep that upper echelons with their music and really just make sure it's top tier to the best they can do it.
That's awesome. I'm inspired. I'm about to become a rapper. Yep. That's all the questions I have. Do you have any more questions?
Just any last words for?
Yeah.
October 15th, ID the album will be available iTunes, Amazon, on all online markets. DJ Fresh will be uploading it the day before. It's not gonna have all 21 tracks. It's not gonna have all 21s on the free download. But we just wanted to give people that option. As far as I know sometimes, I mean, I bought Pusha T's Tuesday and stuff like that. Sometimes giving that bread up for them CDs is kind of like, nah, I ain't trying to do it. So if people, like, you know what I'm saying, I understand that. So if you do want to support. If you can't support, make sure you go to his Hot New Hip Hop page. You go to my Hot New Hip Hop page, it'll be there for people to check out. Please support. November 2nd, we're having a concert. Got a lot of special guests coming out in Fairfax, VA, Red Zone. Please come out to that. And everybody just, if you have a dream and you want to pursue it, even though people are telling you can't do it, or life feels like it's not letting you do it, you gotta keep going, because you never know when your time is gonna come. So,
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Oh, do you have any shows here?
Shows here. Working on it. Working on it. We'll definitely let you know when we do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Thank you so much for coming out.
No problem.
All right.
Pretty Boy Fresh, Nuffsed, Nation Entertainment. We just wrapped up the interview. It's crazy. World Artist Radio last night. Shout out to World Artist Radio. Fucking tired, man. It's early for this shit.